Hi guys, so today is currently Sunday, October 25th, and I am in the hospital room for my second round of plastic surgery tomorrow. So I think my plan is to do a kind of vlog style for the day before surgery today and tomorrow, really just with updates. So I'm back in the hospital. If you guys have not already seen my documentation of round one, I definitely suggest checking that out because I'm going to go into more detail in that vlog and those videos, and then I'm really just going to talk, I think, about differences this time around. So I'm going to speak as if you are familiar with my journey so far. So everything was pretty much the same getting here, other than we had to wear masks. But we landed, texted with the driver. They'd emailed me his information beforehand, and they took us over to the hospital. This time around, for some reason, we ended up having to wait actually quite a while before anybody came to get us. So like the driver took us to the hospital, and normally they're there to greet you and like take you in and get everything taken care of. And this time that did not happen. And even the driver was saying this is like super unusual. And it was obviously, that's not how it happened last time. Sorry, there's sounds in the hospital, I can't control that. But because it's Sunday, I guess there's just like less people around. Sorry, my hair is just going crazy. So that was kind of annoying. Sometimes they require you to fast before you take your labs, and they take your labs when you get here, but you have to fast. I don't know if everyone has to, but some people have to fast at least 4 hours before they have their blood drawn, and I had to, so that means I hadn't eaten, and I timed it so that it had been just about 4 hours when we got here, but then we ended up having to wait for about an hour before I was taken in to get my blood drawn, and so that was annoying. And then it took a little bit longer before we were finally taken up to the room. I've got the room right next door to the one I had last time, so it looks exactly the same, except for it's just a mirror image. So I share the same wall that I did with the room I had last time around. So if you watch that video, you can see what the room looks like. I have a little tour. This time my stepmom, who came with me, is going to be staying in the hospital room with me. Last time that she stayed in the hotel, she went a day early, but just with COVID and everything, this time she'll be staying here. So there's a bed, like obviously like a hospital bed that I'm sitting in, and then there's like a little cot thing in the room for your companion. So eventually we were able to get them to bring us food. I know, like, before there was this amazing little taco stand that was next to the hospital. That's closed now, I'm guessing because of COVID. And it's a little unclear as to if there's any option for your companion to get food other than the hospital food. There used to be also a cafeteria downstairs that also looked like it was closed, though again, that could just be because it's Sunday. But that's just something to keep in mind. We ended up getting 2 meals at the hospital, which I liked. This time it was fajitas, but we had to pay, so it's like $6 a meal. So we're having lunch and dinner here. My meals are covered in the cost, but for my stepmom, she has to pay, and I'm guessing the same will be for breakfast tomorrow, possibly lunch, depending on when we go home. I don't know when yet my surgery is. So yeah, we got here pretty early. We landed at like a little before 9, got to the hospital probably about like 9:30. We just ate at like 1, I would say 12:45, 1. It's currently 1:30, I think. Yeah, about 1:30. So we've still got the whole day to go. I'm pretty sure that the surgeons don't have any surgeries on Sundays, possibly not even Saturdays. I think they actually have weekends off now. So he is supposed to come, Dr. Galvez is supposed to come tonight, like he did last time, and do my markings and prepare for surgery. So that's kind of an update. I just wanted to mention some of the differences that we've experienced so far. Everyone's wearing masks, and things are just a little bit slower than last time, but I think that's probably mostly because it's Sunday and not necessarily because of COVID or anything like that. But yeah, that's pretty much everything so far, and I'll come at you when I have another update. All right, guys, so it is currently 9:15 in the evening, and I just got done with Dr. Galvez. I am all marked up. So not much else happened the rest of the afternoon. They came in, I think they did like the EKG, and came in a few times for vitals, brought me dinner. I was told to stop eating at 10 p.m. So in about 45 minutes. I mean, I'm not planning on eating anything else, but I'm very thirsty, so I'm gonna probably call them after I'm done with this to see if they will bring me some water. But I've been worked up, so we're going with an extended arm lift. So you can see here, it goes just past, there's my elbow. And then he's gonna go, you can't see, but he's going down, probably going to meet my scar that goes all the way around my body, the back lift and the reverse tummy tuck, and just get a little bit of the side skin. And then we're doing an extended thigh lift. So he is going all the way down, possibly a little bit into my calf. And then his scar actually, normally a lot of thigh lifts, it's like up the inside of the thigh and then like a V incision along your groin. And he just sort of curves it almost so it's like a little bit on the upper thigh and not entirely in the groin. So it's slightly more visible, but it is a little bit less problematic in terms of healing, because like that groin incision is really difficult. So I'm okay with that. I'm already gonna have a massive scar down the side of my leg, so I'm not really fussed about people seeing that I had a scar. So we're cool with that. And then talk to him about doing a BBL, and I think that is happening because I'm gonna have so much juicy thigh fat that he will be lipoing, because as with all thigh lifts, he always has to lipo. Same thing with the arm, but there's less obviously here that he's going to be lipoing than in my thighs. So I'll do some fat grafting to my derriere, and we will hopefully get a slight roundness. I'm not going for Kim KW proportions. I just want an ass, sort of, something. So that's what we're doing. He's got 2 surgeries tomorrow, but I am going to be the first because I was the one originally scheduled on this date, and the person who's going after me is someone who was rescheduled because of the COVID stuff. So they have the second slot. So he will be meeting with me, or I'll be going into surgery at 10 a.m. So he's got a late start tomorrow. So lots of time to freak out a bit. And I am freaking out a little bit, but I'm here, I'm marked up, I'm ready to go, feel confident. Just like last time, he was great. He remembered me, which is funny just because, we chatted twice last time, and like they were decent times when, he was marking me up and he was aftercare. And he actually does like manage his Instagram, because he mentioned I had posted a story on my Instagram right before he came up about like me being in the hotel or the hospital room, and he mentioned that he had just seen it, so that was just kind of funny. But yeah, round 2, arms, thighs, butt, and final round as well. He also talked about maybe doing some lipo in my stomach, which is not like a priority for me at all, or something that I was looking for. If he wants to and he's in there, like, whatever. I think partially just like to kind of smooth a few things out from the last round. I'm totally fine with how it looks, but we'll see what happens. I'll obviously update y'all when we get there. So sorry, I'm a little bit tired. I've been up since 4:30 and it's now 9:30 or 9:15, and that's just too much. So I'll probably try to come on here tomorrow before my surgery, if I remember, and just fill you in on how all of that pre-surgery goodness goes, and then talk to you after. All right, friends, you get glasses grace now. So it is currently about 8 in the morning on the day of my surgery. So I had someone come in here at about 6 o'clock, and they fit me with 2 IVs. So I guess trigger warning, IVs. Obviously this one's connected, this one is not. I don't remember them doing this last time. I feel like I just had one. I could be mistaken. It might just be a precaution that they do all the time now. It could be because I'm getting my arms done. So maybe while they're working on each arm, they need to be able to move the IV to the other arm so it doesn't get jostled. I do think that that is partially the case, but they might just be doing it in general because, I mean, I do think it's good to have another IV in case this one blows out. You can kind of see I've already got a little bit of blood in this one from jostling it. So yay. I also inserted into the IV some medication for nausea, like an antacid and an antibiotic. Always really bizarre, that feeling. And they like they push it into the IV and it's just like cold and like you can feel it like almost being pushed into your bloodstream. So not my favorite. I have very small, hard to find veins, which is always really fun. Sorry, I'm jostling mine. But she was able to get them eventually. What else? I have not ate or drank anything since last night, since Galvez was here actually. I really wanted them to bring me some water and I asked for it multiple times and no one ever brought me any, so that was really frustrating. So there just really wasn't a lot to consume beverage wise. Like I'm very thirsty. They just took me down to get an x-ray of my like chest, which is also something I don't remember from last time. And I don't know if that's new or if I, for some reason, didn't get one last time and I should have, or what have you. But that was done. And that's pretty much where we're at. These sheets are like sandpaper. So they're really not my favorite. Oh, they put me on, they have these like little compression sock things that the hospital gives you. So they put those on me as well. Yeah. One thing, I think I mentioned this last time. God, I hate it so much. You can see the bed. These are the control, this is the control panel. But as you can see, it's like at my head level. I have to like awkwardly bend my hand to do that. It was really uncomfortable after my last surgery. I'm imagining it's gonna be even worse with my arms done. So I'm basically not gonna be able to adjust my bed myself, which is really annoying. I wish they had like a remote, you know, like a lot of hospitals, there's a remote down that you can use. But yeah, I'm feeling, I'm very tired. And just kind of like ready to get this over with. So yeah, there's my arms. Might come at you again right before my surgery, might not. So hello and welcome to the world's most unflattering angle, but needs must. And you are recovering from surgery. So I'm recovering from surgery. I got out. It is currently like 8:30, something like that. So my surgery was supposed to be at 10, but I didn't even head down there until a little after 10, kind of like 10:15. Last time they took me down a little bit earlier and they sent me in this area on a bed to get me ready and all that with my stepmom. This time around, they just basically kind of took me right in. She had to stay up here. They wheelchaired me down to the, it's like a hallway before the operating room. Then I switched chairs, switched nurses, and then she took me right into the operating room. It was the same anesthesiologist that I had last time. This time he knew I spoke Spanish, so he told me in Spanish, but he spoke very clearly and slowly, and I could have asked for clarification if I needed, but I understood everything he was saying. I mentioned this last time. Obviously people come here without any skills in Spanish and do just fine. I find being able to speak Spanish, even at a rudimentary level, to be extremely helpful in the hotel in particular. You will be okay, you will be fine if you don't, but I do think that it is helpful, and I think that the staff here appreciate it because while the doctors and the surgeons all speak perfectly fluent English, the rest of the staff and the nurses and the other people that you're going to encounter are going to speak varying levels of English. So that's just something to note. But yeah, so I was transferred onto the bed thing. He explained like how all the nerve block, all that stuff is going to work because it's not a typical general anesthesia, which is part of why I like coming here. And he's great. He was great last time too. He has a very warm presence and just like very straightforward, and you just feel very safe because his whole thing is like he's the one who is monitoring all of your levels. He is the one who has the power to call off the surgery if something looks unsafe, which he has done before. Not frequently, but he has done it. So I had a mask on the whole time. They provide you with a mask. And then at that point he took the mask off and put the little breath of oxygen things in my nose, and we chatted a little bit about like where I'm from and where I learned Spanish and all that stuff, and then he put something into my IV, and that's the last thing I remember. I woke up in the recovery room area, and last time I don't have a ton of recollection about that part, and it's all very foggy with my room. Like there are things that I remember. I'm not sure if they were in the room or in the recovery place. I could probably rewatch my vlogs and see if I remember. But one thing I did notice is I woke up, I was freezing, and I stayed freezing the whole time, even when they gave me another blanket. And then my back really hurt because of the positioning in bed, and you know I have a weak lower back. So I finally got them to like give me a pillow to put underneath my back, and that helped a lot. But the other thing I noticed is that my nerve block was like entirely gone. Last time, and to be fair, I guess last time I think it started going away in the evening and was probably mostly gone by 9, I think. But I had the nerve block much earlier last time, and it might just be the type or the locations, because I was not having stuff done on my torso really. I obviously haven't spoken to any of the doctors, but he did come out and update my stepmom. He was freaking out because it took a little bit longer than they anticipated, plus they got a late start. But he said that everything went great. I had an extended arm lift, an extended thigh lift, and he did do the BBL, and I think he even said he did some of the lipo on my stomach, so we'll see how all that turns out. Right now, I would say I am in more pain and discomfort than I was the first round, which doesn't surprise me because I was trying to I was trying to prepare myself for that. Mostly discomfort and like soreness all along my arms and thighs, but I have what I would classify as pain in my armpits. Manageable, not to the point where I'm like need something, though if something was offered I would not turn it down, if that makes sense. Same thing with my groin incisions. Actually those are lower pain at this moment. They were a little bit higher earlier. Right now it's like a very faint stinging. I think if I moved them I would feel it more. And then a bit of soreness in my butt, which I was, it sort of just feels like I've been sitting on it for too long, and like that tailbone sort of soreness you get, that's what it feels like. So I'm like, and I am doing that, so that could be part of it. Otherwise, yeah, they brought me water, juice, and a jello, and some tea, and that I am going to I'm to slowly try to drink these things, which is great because I've been thirsty since literally 24 hours ago. I've been thirsty for 24 hours. And this IV drip does not satisfy. I think this is what I've been sipping on. Let's try it together. Like a watered down tropical juice. It's fine. I haven't had any issues. They said if I was able to tolerate all this, they'd bring me food. I'm not particularly hungry at this point in time. I don't know that I will ask for food tonight, but we'll see. It is, like I said, like 8:30, so I am fairly tired. Low energy. I don't know if you're getting that vibe. And yeah, mostly have been, since I got out, like texting everybody I know, responding to Instagram thoughts. I can text and move my arms to an extent, but it is much slower. It's slightly uncomfortable. Just moving my arms in general is a little uncomfortable. I'm not totally sure how far the incision goes, but I guess we'll find out, because like I said, I'm all mummy wrapped up. Haven't seen anything. We'll probably see things for the first time tomorrow morning when I get a shower. I'm guessing I will have a shower. I have a catheter in like last time, and like last time they inserted it while I was out, so I don't have to deal with that discomfort, but it will have to come out, which I did not love last time. But in the meantime, basically just lie here. So there is my update for the day of surgery, and I'm guessing this might be it. I think my first vlog is going to be the day before and the day of. So I don't know if I'm going to end up coming back to you guys tonight. I don't know that anything exciting will happen, but if it does, I'll let you know. Okay, and I can't reach up to turn this off, so I'm going to bring it close to me. And it's going to be really awkward for all of us.